Welcome to yet another devlog in this series. Starting today, I have changed the name of this series. Actually, added an extension indicating that I aim to also rethink design of WC. Uh, the main reason being, basically my understanding of learning of how WC works under the hood from our session yesterday. And here I'm trying to make redesign it a little bit in a way that it's more explicit than the original GNU coreutils implementation. To my understanding, at least based on what GPT-5 was indicating, there are some differences between how GNU's implementation functions compared to BSD implementation, which is understandable. Right. For me, to be honest, the most interesting part of these projects, both this and the one I did with DNS, is the fact uh, around these kind of decisions that the engineers are making based on their assumptions about use cases, right? And then us as power users also drive some assumptions about how these tools work, and basically rely on those assumptions a lot. So far, for example, I was to be honest, I never used -m functionality. I was just using -c to get the character count. But when I started this, I realized, okay, -c is a completely different thing. For this one, I didn't need to read the code. I was just required to take a look at man pages or help. For some reason, I didn't do. But then the implementation of that -m, uh, basically is something I learned that could be different across machines, and the assumption is making based on the runtime, the local setup. Hi PZ, yes, this is a live stream. Uh, yeah, with that being said, I'm going to continue my progress. So yesterday, GPT-5 gave us some examples of how to implement the explicit version that we were looking for. The first piece we implemented was basically around this piece to uh, check for the first 3 bytes of the Unicode input. What was it called? Bomb. Yeah, handling bomb. I need to get deeper into bomb definition. Actually, let me leave a to do for myself here. Check out bomb definition. Actually, before doing anything else, I think it's wise to commit this as a bit, implement PLM support for Unicode. Yeah, and then I'm going to add a to-do here for myself as well. Check out bomb definition, to learn what it is. And then the next part is what's happening. Yeah, and the next part is learning about basically handling the splits between bytes. So idea is that I'm kind of streaming the input 4 megabytes at a time. It's a set of chunks that I'm reading in, and for multi-byte sequences, this might be problematic. Where, for example, I get a portion of the byte in one chunk and the rest in the other chunk. And to solve that, I need to basically keep a track into uh, two different buffers, basically a different buffer, and keep a size for it. That I'm going to implement now. There is also another difference here in what LLM was suggesting. It was implementing this functionality to have more control over handling errors in the document. I'm making a decision here to simplify it by just raising where the document is not a validly encoded document, which I think is reasonable. I don't uh, like to make this logic more complex uh, because of an error in the document. So that being said, what do I need to do now? So one thing is that there is a second loop here, right? And this second loop is over this value of work, right? And for this, it's just reading the whole input. So this is the buffer that I already have, right? And then here we have this loop I. Okay, so the idea here is if do I have I, by the way? I don't have an indicator for the iteration that I'm doing. I think I need to have that second nested loop as well, because let's see what's happening here. I have a chunk, or I can just here say if the read size is not divisible by the character lengths that I have. So first let's get the character lengths. I think the implementation is this one. Yes, so let's get first was it std Unicode, and lengths, and then the first byte of my buffer. Does it work like this? And then here, actually let's first print to see what I have. Print b and sequence. Thanks probably not a good idea for the name, but comp int start 0. Yeah, this should be a U8. Actually, U8 is probably also too much for it. Okay, it might return an error. That's why that's not working. Which one was it? I think this is 2. And what I have inside it is a Unicode. Okay. So that's fine. Now, how can I check this? Is it like size? Actually, not true. I cannot do it like this. I should. Wait a minute. How can I check this? So what I want to do is check if the slice is containing a set of full characters. If not, reserve it. Next iteration. Okay, and then for this I can actually do processing up until there. So this part I need to make dynamic, right? And then also get another slice, put it into what I can do is if size minus start not divisible by 0 by 2. Actually, I can do it like first remainder size minus start. And if this is not true, the end const end equal to BOK Is it like this? Or let's see, BLK syntax I would need to know. Block happens before curly braces. Like this. Maybe. And when this happens, else it would be break to BLK, right? Wait a minute, it's colon big. And then here I need to put size as an end, right? I asked this question yesterday from the Copilot, I believe. Let's see. BLK here. Oh, this whole thing should go inside. So it would be BLK like this, right? And close it. And then if remainder is not equal to 0, else break BLK size as n. And here it would be break BLK size minus remainder, right? But also what I need to do is to have a var tail of, I don't know how much is reasonable here. 1024 U8 undefined, and also var tail then is a U size 0, right? And then tail len I will set to remainder, and I also do at memcpy in tail I think I need to indicate beginning and end, and it would be what is buff size till size minus remainder till size. Yeah, I can rewrite it better, but the idea here is to replace this with n. Right, now let's clarify it. Let's start. Zero to L, something like this. Sequence length is not used. Yeah, you made a mistake here. It's here. I shouldn't put 2. It should be sequence lengths like this. Right now, I don't think that we are hitting this piece. What I need to do, I wanted to eventually ask LLM to give me some test cases to cover this logic, but let's first finish the implementation, at least what I understood it requires, and based on that I'm going to ask LLM to write some tests for it. Let me turn on the light as well. So yeah, so what's happening so far, I hope, if I'm not having any offset errors around here, what I'm doing is I'm reading up until the last piece of the buffer where we have incomplete character code points in Unicode case, right? I'm reading up until there, I'm processing it and keeping the reminder in a buffer to remainder in a buffer to process in the next round, right? So in the next round, where am I reading this? I'm reading this piece and I'm breaking here. So I think up here I would say if tail len not equal to 0, what you need to do basically create a new, basically prepend the bytes from the previous round. So what I want to here is having var, I'm going to call it input of 496, which is the size of the actual buffer that we are reading, maximum size, but I also need some room for it, right? And that room is, it couldn't exceed these values, right? So yeah, I'm going to consider it like this. I think this is the same value as LLM is suggesting. and then of type u8 as undefined, right? And then maybe I'll also do a lot here. If this is happening, if tailend is not equal to 0, I want to do a memory copy to how can I do this? Actually, it shouldn't be like this. Yeah, it's not working here. It should be undefined, and then here I'm going to do like this, right? And in memory copy, I'm going to copy from tail 0 to tailend, and I'm going to copy it into input from 0 to tailend, right? And then after that, do a memory copy into again input from tailend up until size from buffer 0 to size. And with that being done, I'm going to set tailend to 0, right? Else input actually let's do memcpy here as well. Memcpy input from 0 to size buff 0 to size like this, right? And then down here, can I select all buff occurrences? Yeah, and rename it to input like this. There is still a case here. Let's see, tailend. The start index 1 is larger than. Okay, here I need to also add it. Yes. There is still a case where I'm not reading anything. So this last cycle, the size is ending up to be 0. Right. let's for now take a note here to do what happens if size is 0 here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to ask LLM, actually Copilot, write some unit tests to exercise this implementation. Let's see what it does. I'm waiting. GPT-5 is annoyingly slow. Below are a small, focused seek tests that exercise the current behavior, including current edge cases quirks. Put them in the same file so coding are in the scope. Okay, what is this function? Count from bytes. Okay, so it's a helper function basically. Let's try this. Did I copy paste? Yeah, this one I'm going to copy paste. And then what it is doing here, testing a temp directory, deeper cleanup, write file. The input will be written there. Okay, interesting. Right now I'm going to do yes, src main.zig. Oh man, it's a mistake. It's std testing that I'm looking for. No field name read. Okay. Actually, no, what do I need? Open file. Yeah, read only is enough. What if I put 6 here? Yeah, it's great. Count from bytes. Okay, I'm getting tempted to write the function for myself. But I'm going to do that exercise offline. For now, I want to proceed with some of these tests and check out what it is actually testing. Test basic multi-byte emoji. Code point 3, count from bytes. A emoji B. Okay, and then let's skip this one now. Let's run the test. Actually, 2 of them are executing. Yeah, this is good. There are some print statements that I have inside this function, which I need to remove. This is the one. Bomb skip. We have bomb and then 3 characters. Zig test. We skip them because here we are writing 6 characters, but skipping the bomb. Beautiful. Let's copy the rest. And keeping them also works. Good. End of with incomplete. End of file with incomplete trailing sequence is ignored current behavior. Single leading byte. Okay, I need more explanation on this one. But let's see if assumption is correct. Okay, so it's a single byte character, but we are indicating it's multi-byte. And let's make sure that's the piece that is failing actually. No, that is not. But do I want this? So if I'm writing one character, it's saying it's a single character, which is there is no character, which is incorrect. There is one. What is the behavior I expect here? The behavior I expect is to race. Can't I just say if the amount of characters I see, amount of bytes I see is not divisible by the number of characters I have, then something is wrong? So what I mean is, what am I doing? Where am I? Count from bytes to the helper. Yeah, basically if size minus start. Not divisible by... No, this is not a correct assumption. I'm going to get back to this and fix it, but let's see the other one here, because it's actually doing an addition. No, this is not actually happening. It's raising an exception, truncated the input. Zik testing assert exception. I'm just not sure how this is done, but I think error. No, actually, I need to go to testing first. Testing expect error. This function is intended to be used only in tests. It prints diagnostic to std error and then returns a test failure error where when actual error union is not expected error. So can I do try testing expect error? Oh, you can do it in different lines. Expected error union. Okay, it's not like this. Expected type, any error found. Okay, let's see. This example is not much helping. Is there any other examples? We expect error. I discovered that changing a test from something like this to this results in a hard to diagnose compiler error solved with don't get it. Oh man. I hope the syntax has not changed that much, but this part I'm not sure how it works. So. What is the error again here? There any examples? Or maybe I shouldn't try it in the previous line? Oh, that was it. So because I was trying it here, it couldn't work. Okay. Now it's actually passing. This is expected behavior, right? It is ugly on the user interface. This error for user is ugly. Fix it. But in general, I think it's doing what it is supposed to do. And what is this last one? Split multi-byte at 4096 boundary triggers invalid input. Current block acknowledged. Create 4096 bytes with the last byte a leading 2-byte sequence starter without its continuation. It is just raising a different error. Okay, this is raising the right error. It's truncated input. Okay. I'm surprised, to be honest. ChatGPT is playing stupid a little bit, but the program is holding off correctly, right? And now back to this problem. Here I want to have the error as well. What if instead of UTF-8 we are indicating ASCII? This is not good. What I want to do is to raise the error first. What is 0xc2? So if the program is indicating 0 character count for both ASCII and Unicode document, not really a single okay. I wanted it in failing both cases. What much should I take into account for such? Okay. Okay, I'm a bit over my 1 hour time budget for today's video, so I'm going to stop it here, but the next problem I'm going to solve is this one. Actually, let's mark it as fix me, because this is the priority I'm going to focus on. So currently I was expecting that Zig standard library is going to handle this, but it is not at the moment. Probably it's because it's going to consider it Unicode, but it doesn't care about it being truncated. That I'm going to fix in my session tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for watching if you spent time here. Have a good evening. See you in the next one.